Physics Blender. I love 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 Physics Blender. Subscribe for more videos.
Hello everyone, welcome to Physics Blender e-learning platform. Today we are discussing electromagnetic spectrum, paper 3 for core candidates, and later on we will discuss paper 4 for extended candidates. Today we are discussing electromagnetic spectrum, so kindly you can write down what you know about electromagnetic spectrum, what you want to know, and at the end you will write here what you learned, and please you can write in the comments what you learned. You can find this KWL chart if you join the Telegram channel. Let's start by question number 1. Question number 1, you have here the regions of electromagnetic spectrum shown, and the first part is showing you that the first letter of some colors in the visible part of the spectrum, they are missing, colors missing. State which colors are missing. Roy G. Biv, so it's green and indigo, so you have to write here green and indigo. Okay, state the names of the regions of electromagnetic spectrum that are used in communication. Communication, you know that radio waves are used in communication for sure, and also microwaves are used in communication to transmit mobile signals and satellite signals. Okay, I would like to ask you, can we consider visible light as a region which is used in communication? Can we? Please tell me in the comments if you agree that visible light can be considered as communication also. Okay, remote controls for television and DVD players. You can use remote controls. This will be only infrared, used in remote controls. Describe how high levels of microwave energy can be dangerous for people. Okay, microwave, high levels of microwave energy, it could heat the cell and can cause maybe damage for body cells. So we can say here that it heats the cell and may cause damage. So it heats the cell and may cause damage. Okay, state 2 safety precautions when you are using X-rays. When you are using X-rays, and later on in another question we will discuss the difference between patient and doctors, how they can use X-rays safely. But in general, you have to keep the time for exposure to minimum. You have to keep the time for exposure to minimum. You can use also, or you can protect yourself also by using protective clothing. You can place like a metal shield between you and the source. So we have many different ways. You can mention here just 2 of them. So we can write that keeping the time of exposure to a minimum, and you can place a metal shield between yourself and the X-ray source. Okay. Question 4 is showing you some devices that each one of them using a type of electromagnetic radiation, and you have to draw one line from each device to the correct type of electromagnetic radiation. And the first one is done has been done for you. The radio is radio wave. TV remote controller, it's infrared. Okay. Binoculars for daytime use. Binoculars, they are optical instruments. They include lenses used for viewing distant objects. Okay, so you have to just binoculars, you have to allow them to be with visible light. Okay, sun bed, ultraviolet or skin tan. So this will be the correct answer, and you have 3 marks for 3 lines. Is it clear? Okay. The second part, state the name of which type radiation has longer wavelength than visible light. Visible light, as we know, if you have visible light here, and we have radio waves here, we have gamma rays here. In this direction, the wavelength is decreasing and the frequency is increasing. Okay, so you have to mention one type of radiation, its wavelength longer than visible light. So you have to choose any one here. Infrared, it could be microwaves, it could be radio waves. All these waves, they have a wavelength more than visible light. So in this part you can write infrared or microwaves or radio waves. Okay. Complete the sentence about electromagnetic radiation. All types of electromagnetic radiation, and you have to use one word from the box you have. All types of electromagnetic radiation travel through a vacuum with the same speed. They have same speed. Again, if you have the wave equation, wavelength is times frequency is equal to speed, wave speed. So if you have the wavelength is decreasing, for example, the frequency will be increased, but still the product here will be the same. So increasing or constant. They have the same speed of light in vacuum, although you have the wavelength and the frequency is changing. So you can say that wavelength and frequency, they are inversely proportional when you have the speed is constant in the same medium, which is vacuum, and the speed of light in vacuum is 3 times 10 to the power of 8 meter per second. Question 5, showing some parts of the electromagnetic spectrum. You have to, in the figure, you have one part is not labeled. You have to state the name of this part. The electromagnetic spectrum, if you have radio waves here at the left and you have gamma rays here at the right, so in order, this will be microwaves. Microwaves is the missed part. The speed of visible light in vacuum is 3 times 10 to the power of 8 meter per second. Suggest a value for the speed of infrared waves in vacuum. The same value. All travel at the same speed of light in vacuum, which is 3 times 10 to the power of 8. Some parts of the electromagnetic spectrum have wavelengths shorter than that of visible light. State one of them. Okay, in this direction, the wavelength decreased and the frequency increased, right? So if you would like to mention any member of the electromagnetic spectrum which has shorter wavelength than that of visible light, so you can choose one of these members. So you can write ultraviolet, you can write X-rays or gamma rays, any one of them. Okay, so you can write ultraviolet or you can write X-rays or gamma rays. Is it clear? Okay, X-rays and gamma rays are used in hospitals. They are used in hospitals and in industry. So please, you have to follow the instructions. When the question is asking you to describe one medical use, you have to write medical use, not industry. X-rays and gamma rays. Okay, X-rays, they are used in as a medical use. They can produce an image for the internal structure of the body, to look at the bones and joints, to see if you have any fractures and so on. Okay, so we can write down to produce an image of internal body structure. You can say for diagnosing fractures. Gamma rays, it can be used in radiotherapy. Since high energy gamma rays are used to treat cancer cells. Okay, also can be used to sterilize medical equipments. We consider it as a medical use. Okay, so this could be number 1, this could be number 2. Explain, this is extra one. Explain why gamma rays are dangerous. Why they are dangerous. Number 1, they are high energy. They have high energy. So 2 marks, you have to mention 2 points. They are high energy EMR, which means electromagnetic radiation. This is the first point. Number 2, they may cause mutation, cell mutation. They may cause cell mutation. What do you mean by cell mutation? Mutation means there could be a change in the DNA sequence of a cell. Mutation means disturbance. There will be a change in the DNA sequence of a cell. If you would like to know more and more uses, precautions, and so on, you can follow our Instagram account to know more about Research Day.
Subscribe for more videos. I love physics splendor. I love physics splendor. I love physics splendor. I love physics splendor. I love physics splendor.